for better or for worse, I'm kind of trying to understand what's going on politically right now. Can you explain to me what DOGE is? DOGE? Because I always thought it was a coin, and I'm trying to figure out. Like they keep, do you know what I'm talking about? Like they keep saying like the DOGE, and I'm just like Bitcoin. What are they talking about?
Yeah.
So can you please explain to me what DOGE is? What is the controversy about DOGE? Because I know that all I know so far is that the people who did vote for Trump are somehow in support of this DOGE thing for the most part, and the people on the left are like, they're fucking everything up. What is it? Like, what is DOGE? What does it stand for? What is it?
Department of Government Efficiency.
Has that always been a thing, or is that a new thing? Because I've never heard it before.
It actually started, the program apparently started as and I want to make sure, and I've heard it over and over, and I want to check it to be clear, to see myself, but it was actually a program. So Elon and Elon's staff, who he's using to go look through the government and audit the government, essentially, they used and renamed a program that was instated during Obama's administration.
Okay.
Right. So it's not illegal like so many people like keep saying or other bullshit. It's like, no, they're operating and just basically rebranded this thing that already existed, this program.
Okay.
You know, and so what they're doing is exactly what so many people voted for Trump for in the first place, which is to go through the government and see, it's like, where is all this money fucking going, and why, and how in the hell is it possible and even tolerated that the Pentagon fucks off billions of dollars,
right,
in their audits, and they're just like, oops, you know.
So from the limited knowledge I have about it, the left is framing it as in they're cutting government funding for people who need assistance, like they're cutting funds for things that are valuable, and the right is framing it as in what does Trump always say? Like cutting out the bullshit. What's his phrase he used?
Drain the swamp.
Drain the swamps,
in a
right?
way,
Drain the swamps.
Talking about deep state stuff too, but that's a whole nother topic.
So, but from what I gather, that's the left's take and the right's take. The left is like they're cutting valuable funds for education, etc., and the right is framing it like, no, they're not cutting valuable funds. They're getting rid of corruption, like funds that were going to corrupt sources, etc. So explain more like what you know about it so far.
And as much as I can see, because it's not just about like things that are happening just here, right? Some of that money, and you can look this up, by the way, and I want to look at the camera.
We can, if you have any reference videos, by the way, we could totally look it up.
You can go on the official website, and they actually list the data. This is public, and you can see where millions of dollars go in certain areas, like 25 million to Sesame Street in fucking Afghanistan to have. I'm dead fucking serious. So it was in Afghanistan or Iraq to have that show, like fucking for transgender shit in some places in South America, millions of dollars. It's like the dumbest shit you can think of. You can actually see where the millions of dollars we send to the Taliban go. You can see where money is funneled in so many places that makes no sense and is in opposition to the interest of America, right? And I think but I feel like those are easy, right? That's like low hanging fruit. Money's going to things that obviously it shouldn't be going to. Right. One of the hard ones, and I think this is to address what you were just talking about, where the right frames it one way and the left frames it one way, is like these social services we have and the money that's being cut in some fashion in those. And I think that's a big, difficult question that both sides need to actually talk about instead of pointing at the other like it's evil. Because I think one thing we can agree on is it could certainly be ran more efficiently. You know what I mean? And honestly, of course, there's going to be some shit that happens that affects people, and it's going to be messy. You know, it's like we didn't get in this mess. Like,
now,
overnight.
Are there any particular things that they're cutting that actually is, you can criticize it and be like, that's kind of fucked up? Yeah,
one thing I'm unsure about, and this is one I want to actually look into because I don't know enough about it, is the Social Security issues going on right now. Because it's like, how does like that in Medicaid or Medicare or whatever? Because if you look online, it's one of two things. It's like, no, the right's like, we're not doing anything wrong. No, everything's great. It's fine. And this is going to be good. And the left's like, oh God, they're cutting all this stuff and they're fucking with everyone's Medicaid, Medicare. I do not know enough. I don't. I just know that there's enough fuckery where it's like, something's going to have to happen, you know, like I don't know what the answer is.
I don't know where things stand now, but what I will comment on is that it is also confusing because I don't make a ton of money. Like I have a lot of music clients, but my job is difficult. Like I'm essentially like a contractor. Like I get private clients, etc. couple years ago, I was getting paid. I was charging far less for my rates. So I did file to be approved for, I don't know if it's for the young people, Medicaid or Medicare. I fucked them up. Do you know which one's the old people?
I can't.
One is Medicaid, one is Medicare. One's for the young poor people. So I had that one. I was approved for whatever under Trump. Okay. I lost it under Biden. So that's what I mean. It's like, I'm really confused. Like, what's what? And same thing, my mother, who she suffers with handicap, like mental handicap. She's not retarded. She's she's mentally ill. She has Medicaid, Medicare, whatever it is, and she almost lost it under Biden, and then thankfully she was able to like reapply and get approved for it again. So I'm like, what's really going on here? Because they want to blame it all and Trump's going to take it away, but they've been giving it and taking it throughout the years under all the presidents. You know what I mean?
Do you wonder if it's like so many things that it's a political football or something? You know, for example, like racism or other things that are either hard or impossible to solve. Like, because I'm not saying we don't need some kind of comprehensive and reasonable system of healthcare in the country. What I am saying is I'm not satisfied with either side's efforts in regards to healthcare. You know what I mean? So for example, with this DOGE shit going on right now, I'm like, I don't know. I know other people benefit from Medicaid and Medicare, but there's also a big segment of the country that's also not really involved with that because their healthcare sucks because of the position they're in.
Right.
You know, and it's like, so having Medicaid and Medicare get audited in the way that it is right now, I'm like, I can't say right now whether that's good or bad. And also, I got to check with friends actually who have Medicare and Medicaid personally and be like, hey, what's happening with that?
I don't think anybody's insurance is good right now. Because I know people, unless you're like very wealthy, if you're a very wealthy person and you can afford the best of the best care and that's not an issue for you, whether you have Medicaid, whether you have Medicare, or whether you have insurance through your company, I feel like everybody's getting charged a lot of money for, like, for example, I have health insurance. I don't have Medicaid or Medicare right now, but I do have health insurance. My doctor's visits are like $70. My medication is like $80. I mean, I got sick recently and I've spent thousands of dollars. Like, I'm in medical debt now. And I don't have Medicaid. I have normal health insurance. I think everybody's like, so going back to what you said, I think it's kind of just like a mess in general. I don't think anybody has it figured out, private or government insurance. Hey guys, it's me, your host, Andrea Pranzatelli. If you enjoyed this clip today, please don't forget to hit subscribe. It is my dream to become a full-time podcaster, and your support helps more than you could possibly know. So again, hit that subscribe button to help me keep the momentum going on this channel. Also, for every single clip, there is a link in the description to the full episode if you would like to hear the full episode. And I also have a link to my Instagram below if you'd like to follow me on Instagram as well. So that's it. Have a good day, guys. Bye.